Hello. In this video, we're going to cover 10 practical steps in the property buying process. At the end, I will also cover the answers to important questions clients ask at the video meetings. Here are the 10 steps we're going to cover in detail. By the time you watch this video, you may already have done the first few steps. The first step is to read the information on our website and watch this video in full to understand what we offer. Let me give you the key facts. Find UK Property work differently. We offer investment solutions, not just properties. There's a very structured process with these 10 steps, which can all be done remotely, but you can visit if you wish to gain more confidence with the company. If you're not able to follow this process, or if our solutions are not right for you, then it may be better for you to buy in the open market from normal estate agents. For example, if you're looking for a property for immediate own use or in a very specific location, or are looking to buy now and resell quickly, or you're an active investor looking to renovate and develop your property yourself, then these packages are not suitable for you. We can still provide free advice and guidance, and we may benefit as you may refer someone in the future for whom our system is suitable. However, if your aim is to be a passive investor, get a property that gives you long-term security, good net rental income, no costs or liabilities ever, and grows in value over the long term, then these investment solutions are ideal for you. And our company is probably the best in the UK in delivering such a package. Clients who want this almost always end up buying from us, and typically also buy more houses and gradually build a portfolio of low-cost houses for retirement and for the future of their families. This chart shows the current pricing with 8 types of properties from H1 to H8. These are pure freehold houses located in the northeast of England. There are also other subtypes not shown here, which may be available at time of selection. For example, some properties in Lancashire are designated Type L, are £10,000 more expensive with proportionately higher rents. The pricing shown here is for properties which are designated flexi-furnished. These account for over 90% of purchases and allows us to furnish when required according to the needs of each tenancy and thus get maximum rent at minimum cost. With such houses, you always get the higher 7% net rent per year, even if the tenancy is not furnished. Unfurnished properties cost £7,000 less and come with 6% net rent. Our best-selling Type H3 flexi-furnished houses cost £87,999 plus £999 purchase fees. Assuming no stamp duty, the total cost is £88,998. £3,000 of this is paid at reservation and the remaining £85,998 after property selection and just before purchase completion. This would deliver a net rent after all costs of £6,160 per year or £513 per month with no costs. The purchase fees of £999 include all the transfer costs, local searches and land registry costs, plus property buildings insurance for the first year. 5% stamp duty is payable if you already own another property or if it's a company purchase. Additional 2% non-resident stamp duty is payable for all clients who've been resident abroad for more than 6 months in the 12 months before completion. So if you're not resident in the UK and already have UK property, you pay both stamp duties and the total price is higher as shown here. The only ongoing cost is annual buildings insurance, which is around £100 to £150 per year, depending on the size of the house. We arrange this and normally deduct this from the rent. The next step is to complete any of the inquiry forms and get further information. One of our sales team will also call you to answer any further questions and discuss your requirements and timeline. To proceed with step 3, get a draft agreement and have a Zoom video meeting, you'll need to provide basic ID due to UK anti-money laundering rules. Even if you've not yet decided to buy, you still need to provide this. You can provide your passport copy and address ID, and these will be kept confidential and secure. Without this basic ID information, our staff cannot legally progress any further. If they are joint buyers, for example, husband and wife, then passport copies of both are needed. For company purchases, the company details and ID of directors is needed. Let us know if you already own a property, and then we can work out the actual stamp duty. We can email you a reservation agreement and the full terms of a possible purchase. The initial agreement that we normally send out is for a large 2-bed type H3 flexi furnished property, but the agreement terms are the same for all types of houses. This agreement is updated after the specific property is selected, which can be of any type or subtype as per your wishes. At this stage, you don't need to sign anything. This is just for your information so that you can see the full terms before the video meeting and be able to ask the right questions at the meeting. Step 4. Most clients have a meeting before they make a reservation, and these days it's most convenient to have a video meeting. Your sales consultant will arrange this with me, our sales manager, or another senior consultant. We will try to understand your requirements and see if our solutions are right for you. We explain how we work and the details of the buying process and answer all of your questions. Let us know the best times for the meeting and I will send you a Zoom video link. You can click the link and see us. It's best to arrange the meeting after you've received the agreement. Now, most clients buy under their personal names or joint names, for example, husband and wife or parent and child over 18. You can also set up a limited company which can then purchase the property. This may be good if you are a higher rate UK taxpayer or intend to purchase a large number of properties over time. At the video meeting, we can discuss the pros and cons of each type of ownership and amend your reservation if you wish to set up a company. We can also advise you how to set up a company. If you wish to visit, it's best to do this after the video meeting and before the reservation. We'll need to book this well in advance. You won't be able to select the specific property at the visit, but it allows you to confirm what we have said in this video and gain more confidence with the company before you make any reservation. At the visit, we can show you our operation and any vacant property nearby so you can see what our houses look like. Step 5. After the video meeting, once clients are confident that what we are offering is what they want, they make a reservation by signing the reservation agreement and emailing the signed agreement to us and making the reservation payment of £3,000 into the legal client account. These funds remain in the client account until property transfer and are deducted off the final total price. So the final payment will be £3,000 less. Having any funds in such a legal client account provides additional peace of mind. In the unlikely event that the company should fail, the client account funds still belong to clients and will be so treated by the administrator. Demand is higher than supply, and reservation gives you priority, fixes the price for the entire range to the prices that were prevalent at the time of reservation, and secures any special offers. It also confirms your intention to proceed so we can get all the documents ready and arrange the solicitors' meetings to enable quick completion immediately after property selection. We will certainly deliver on everything we say, and there is a full money back guarantee if for any reason we don't. However, we don't wish clients to make a reservation unless they're certain that they want such an investment package. We do allow up to 6 months if needed between reservation and completion. So if your funds are not quite ready, you can still make the reservation, fix the price and benefit from any offers, and then complete the purchase later. We email you the reservation payment receipt, and then if your money is ready, we get everything ready so that completion can happen very quickly after property selection. And we ask clients to provide 3 months of bank statements to comply with AML rules and complete further ID and permission forms so that we can act for them. A Zoom meeting is arranged with a Law Society solicitor to verify the ID. You just answer a few simple questions and show the solicitor your original passport over the video call. Step 6. Due to high demand, property selection is normally a few weeks later, and we prioritize by reservation date order. All the properties are already owned by our group, and our aim is to get all documents ready and checks done before property selection so that completion can take place very soon after this. Thus, you can start getting rent sooner, and we don't have allocated properties hanging around for long periods. Clients are asked if their final payment is ready and if they're ready to select, and if so, they're sent 30 or more specific houses with a spec sheet on each house, including full details, pictures of every room, street views, and location maps. The list contains properties of different types, and the most important thing is that all of these are priced proportional to their investment returns. Some will be more expensive and others cheaper than the deal or you have budgeted for. But you can select the specific property according to your budget and preferences for location and looks, with the reassurance that any you select will deliver guaranteed rent and future value proportional to its price. This makes the selection easy and risk-free. Now, when comparing prices with the market, look at the current for sale prices of similar well-renovated properties, not historical sold prices, which will be lower. Unlike others, our houses are well renovated, guaranteed, rented out to good tenants, and come with long-term net guaranteed rent and maintenance package. You will see lower prices online, but when everything is taken into account, our properties represent better value overall. Your total long-term cost will be lower. Now, sometimes due to high demand, clients may select a property that is still under renovation. In such a case, as per the agreement, we guarantee to complete the renovation and renting out and provide full pictures after renovation. As the properties in the list may already be rented or be located all over the north, hundreds of miles apart, it's not practical to make visits during the selection process. Unlike buying from the open market, we provide contractual guarantees on the property in that they will be free from any significant issues, maintained in a good condition at no cost to the owner, and handed back to the owner when requested in a good rentable condition, free from any such issues. Our properties are checked by our buyers, who are qualified surveyors, our renovations team, and then independently by our letting agents. This enables the directors and company to confidently give contractual guarantees. By providing such comprehensive guarantees together with detailed sheets and pictures, we remove the need for viewings and surveys, which can delay the process and actually are not as good as having the guarantees. If you are unable to select a property, you can wait for the next property batch. Once you're 100% happy with the selected property, it's allocated to you and the agreement is amended accordingly with the final pricing and details related to the actual property you've selected. We aim to complete the purchase immediately after selection, as all the documents are prepared beforehand. The final payment is due soon after selection, so if your funds are not ready, then you can ask to delay the selection. Step 7. Clients use the facilitated direct buying process to get the selected property legally transferred to them and registered under their name at the UK Land Registry. The security of the transaction is guaranteed by the 3 contractual guarantees in the reservation agreement. This includes a guarantee on searches and titles and even a switch guarantee, enabling buyers to switch to any other property within the same category even after transfer and registration. These guarantees enable buyers to use this process with confidence and makes the property transfer process easy, fast and risk-free. Buyers don't get these guarantees when buying in the open market. Checks are done on the property searches, titles, ID and source of funds, and once everything is satisfactory, the purchase is ready to be completed. And just prior to purchase completion, the clients make the final payment, which is normally made to the same client account as the reservation payment. All the funds remain in the client account until purchase completion. Our companies only receive the funds into our business accounts after the client becomes the legal owner on the completion date. And then a purchase completion summary is also provided at that time. After purchase completion, the property is registered at the UK Land Registry, and after registration, the official Land Registry title documents are provided together with a registration summary. This is normally a few months after completion, but any delay does not affect clients in any way. They can also check their ownership directly with the Land Registry, which maintains an online register of property owners. Step 8. After completion, our admin team asks you to provide your bank details for rent payments on a specified form and set you up for regular rent payments. The rent starts 1 month after the date of completion and is paid into your own bank account in the UK or abroad at the end of each calendar quarter. That's 31st of March, 30th of June, 30th of September, and 31st December. Quarterly payments reduce our admin costs and also overseas bank charges. For clients not resident in the UK, we also make an application to HMRC on your behalf to get a non-resident reference number. Once we receive this number, the rent can be paid without deduction of any tax. In such cases, the first rental payment may be delayed until we get the reference number from HMRC. The amount of rent will not change. This normally takes a month or two to get from HMRC. We also fully insure the property on your behalf, and the costs of this for the first year are covered in the purchase costs. Future costs, annual costs, we take from your rent. Step 9. We continue to manage and maintain your property under the net rent system. In this system, we are your tenants and we agree to give you regular rent and maintain the property at our cost. With our default flexi-furnish range, we deliver a high guaranteed net rent of 7% per year for a minimum of 5 years, after which the rent increases each year in line with rent inflation. This system is preferred by our clients and is better than a system that gives lower level of initial rent that increases each year. All issues relating to the property, including all repairs, tenant issues, and any other problems, are dealt with by us. As your name will be at the land registry as owner, you may sometimes receive correspondence from local authorities or others. Don't be alarmed by this. We'll have copies of those already, but you can scan anything to us and we will deal with it at no cost to you. After 5 years as default, we continue as per the terms of the net rent system as stated in your agreement, and it gets renewed each year automatically unless you cancel with 6 months notice. Now, we have clients who've been with us on this system for over 16 years, and our clients believe it's a fair and sustainable system. After the first 5 years, the rent increases in line with rent inflation. Every year thereafter, the net rents paid are reviewed at the end of each calendar quarter and are increased in line with the net rental market. If you do give us 6 months notice, we can hand the property to you in a fully compliant, good rentable condition with no issues. Step 10. For clients who are not UK resident, we can provide reference letters and documents to prove that you own a UK rental property. Now, this is a valid reason to open a non-resident UK bank account, but bank rules change and you will need to apply for this yourself when you next visit the UK. However, we can pay the rent into any account worldwide, so a UK bank account is not essential. Many of our clients also use our optional tax filing service. No income tax is payable in most cases if your total UK income is less than $12,570 per person. However, you still have to file an annual tax return within 10 months of the end of the previous tax year if you own any investment property in the UK. We have an optional service that can do this on your behalf, and over 50% of our clients use this service. Now, you can let our admin team know if you wish to use this service. We also have an optional service for inheritance planning and creating a UK will, and we can arrange a meeting with one of our solicitors who specializes in this. Over the long term, the properties will grow in value and continue to give good net rental income. If you wish to resell, we can offer to buy back at the net price you would get by selling in the open market. Although you can sell yourself and you can use any other agent, all of our clients sell the property back to us if they wish to resell, as we match the realistic net market price and can buy back much more conveniently and much faster. It's in our interest to buy back as we want to keep the property, so we will normally give you a better deal than anyone else. And very few of our clients actually resell. In fact, they normally buy more and build a portfolio gradually for retirement and for their families. So in summary, these are all the practical steps involved, and you can get started now by providing your ID, getting a draft agreement, and having a Zoom video meeting. Now I'm going to cover the important questions discussed at the video meetings. First, I'm going to explain the 3 key questions I ask to make sure our investment solutions are right for you. Firstly, are you happy to be a 100% passive investor? Everything is done remotely and contractually guaranteed, and you're not involved and can be anywhere in the world. All of our clients are passive investors. Secondly, are you looking at medium to long-term investment, not short-term? Minimum is 3 years, but most of our clients are looking at much longer, 5, 10 or 20 years or longer, and many will never sell. The properties will pass to their children. And finally, do you understand that you're buying an investment solution, not just a property? Overall, our houses will deliver a better return and cost you less in the long term, even though right now you can buy cheaper at auctions or via Rightmove or Zoopla. Now I'll list the important questions customers ask at the video meetings. I've listed the top 10 most important questions. Question 1. How can I be confident that you will deliver on everything you say? Guaranteed rent, no hidden costs, and no liabilities. Well, you can become confident by learning more about us. We're award-winning and fully accredited. The BBC have produced 5 programs on how we buy, renovate, and resell, and you can watch these on our website. You can also look at our actual track record. You'll see that we've delivered on everything over the past 16 years on over 2,500 houses, all of which we have purchased, renovated, and then resold, and we continue to look after. So we will deliver on what we promise. Question 2. What happens if the company is no longer around or goes bust? Well, the good thing is that you are the legal owner, so there is no risk to your assets, even if the company is not around or goes bust. Normally, in such a case, the court-appointed administrator will recommend other agents who can manage or resell your properties. But there will be some inconvenience, and the service may not be as good. And during the buying process, the risk is also low, as all the funds, including the £3,000 reservation payment, are kept in a legal client account until you become the legal owner. So even if something happens to the company, your funds are safe. And I say that we are a long-term family business, so I can reassure you that the risk of this is very low. But even if this happens, your assets are safe. Question 3. Do you have properties in more upmarket areas and in major cities? Well, properties in major cities cost 2 to 3 times more, but the rent is only marginally higher, so the percentage net rental yield is lower, and we can't guarantee the 7% net rent. It's better to buy 2 or 3 smaller houses, cheaper houses, than one expensive property. The overall investment return is better and you have less risk. Also, city centre properties are mainly apartments, not houses. And I've produced detailed videos why freehold houses are better than leasehold apartments and why lower cost property is better than premium property. You can watch them on the How to Invest page. We sell the lowest cost freehold houses in the UK because they represent the best value for long-term investment. Question 4. What is your history and personal background? Well, my father came to this country around 65 years ago and set up in business. This site where we are based has been owned by my wider family for over 32 years. I myself qualified from Manchester Medical School in 1982 as a doctor and trained to be a consultant child specialist. At the same time, in the early 80s, I helped set up our family computer manufacturing business, which over 20 years became one of the largest manufacturers of computers in the UK, based at this site and had over 3,000 employees at its peak. In the 80s and 90s, we made computers for Tesco, Asda, and many other retailers, as well as our own brands, Time Computers and Tiny. I resigned from full-time medicine in 1991, but continued working part-time with one clinic each week at the Royal Blackburn Hospital until I retired from the NHS a few years ago. But for the past 35 years, my main jobs have been in business, in computers, and in property. As a marketing director for Time Computer Group, my best bit of marketing were the Time Machine TV adverts I produced with the legendary Leonard Nimoy, who was Mr. Spock in the original Star Trek movies. You can see the ads in the link below. Our Time brand was also the official main sponsor of our home football club, Blackburn Rovers, and they won the League Cup when we were the sponsor. Now, computer manufacturing, like most other UK manufacturing, all moved to China in the early 2000s, and we had to diversify into services, IT services and property services. My brothers run the IT and internet companies, which are still based here, and I and my three children have been running this family property business for the past 16 years. Right now, I mainly produce videos or have Zoom meetings, and operationally, the business is run by my three children and directors. So this is our background. Question 5. Why are there no processes for property viewings or surveys? Because we provide all the information you need, including detailed property sheets on each available property, and we provide contractual guarantees on the property, which are worth more than viewings or surveys. Demand for our houses is higher than supply, and our aim is to remove uncertainty and delay from the process for all parties. When you buy in the open market, you don't get these guarantees, so viewings and surveys are essential. However, we have purchased these properties ourselves, renovated them. Our own surveyors, renovators, and letting agents have assessed and passed them, so the company directors can confidently give these long-term contractual guarantees. And if you ever wish to take the property back in 5, 10, or 20 years, it'll be handed to you in a fully compliant, rentable condition with no issues. And practically arranging viewings on rented properties is difficult and tedious, with high admin costs and delays the process. It's far better for all parties to have the contractual guarantees instead. Question 6. What if I do not like any of the properties? We give you plenty of choice and you can wait for the next list. We will only proceed to completion once you're 100% happy with your property. All of our properties are priced to deliver similar investment returns, so you can select any and you will be okay. But we know every investor has different criteria, so we give you the choice. But any you select will deliver rent proportional to the price, and over the long term will grow at a very similar rate to others in line with the market. Before reservation, you can have a look at over 40 typical houses on our website and download each sheet. These are very representative of the actual list you will get when it comes to your turn to select. Question 7. Can I have my £3,000 back if I change my mind? Well, you should only make the reservation once you're sure that what we're offering is what you want. We will deliver on it. And now we start incurring costs immediately after reservation, so this is not refundable. But you can delay the process and can buy in the future, so you never lose your reservation payment. Question 8. Why is the guaranteed 7% net rent fixed for 5 years and then increases each year and not increase each year from the start? Well, The options for our customers was either to have a higher level of net guaranteed rent fixed for 5 years and then increasing each year, or a lower level of rent that increased each year like normal agents. Now, over the long term, our system actually delivers better net rent, as shown in this example. And 90% of our clients wanted the guaranteed system that we have now. So everyone is on this system, and overall, it is fair, and our clients are happy with it. Question 9. How is the direct buying and transfer process better than using external solicitors? Well, the transfer process does everything done by external solicitors, including rechecking of searches, titles, ID and money laundering procedures, and completion and registration at the UK Land Registry, but is far quicker. Completion happens about 10 days after property selection. Now, demand for our houses is higher than supply, and we don't want our houses stuck with external solicitors for 4 to 6 months. Because we've already purchased these houses, our solicitors have already checked and confirmed no issues. So we can also give contractual guarantees on the buying process as well. If there was ever any issue with searches or titles or any other significant issue, we would take the property back and you can select any other. This has never been necessary, but the guarantee gives customers additional peace of mind. Question 10. Why don't you offer mortgages or loans? Well, we don't do mortgages because demand for our properties from cash buyers is higher than supply, and mortgages add uncertainty and delay. However, you can remortgage your property later yourself after purchase if you need to release any money. Now, in the past, mortgages have done really well for many property buyers, but now with high interest rates, the benefit is less, as most of the rent is used to pay the interest. Furthermore, most of our clients are looking to long-term pension-type income and want to be risk-free and debt-free in retirement. With buy-to-let mortgages, you pay the interest only, and the loan remains outstanding. So you are never debt-free unless you repay the mortgage in full or resell. Our clients don't want to resell, but they want to keep the property for long-term income. For them, if they don't have enough funds, the two-step process actually works out better than a mortgage and enables them to remain debt-free. They gradually build a portfolio over time by buying lower-cost houses and using two-step process when needed. Here's a comparison of the two-step process and a 70% buy-to-let mortgage to buy a two-bedroom house for £70,000 over 3 years. You can see that the two-step process is far better, with no debt or interest and around £10,000 lower cost overall. So these are the most important questions, and we can of course cover any other questions you have at the Zoom meeting. Thank you for watching this video.